Reese. To my left, who we have in studio?
Mr. O, Mr. O, Mr. O, Mr. O. Hey, hey.
To his left.
It's Katie Small. Hey. What you say? Get this money. What you say?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, jeez.
Excuse me. Do you know why I'm saying get this money? Because I've been hitting it at work and I hit my target and above, and it's only the first week of fucking December.
All I did was introduce you. I haven't even got to mark yet. I didn't ask how your week was. I didn't ask about anything else. Can I get to mark?
So extra.
Yeah, but I wanted to explain why I sung the hey.
Lick your lips, man, because you got
No, wipe the nugget juice off your lip, bro.
Nugget
are
Nancy,
so
man.
Fucking annoying. I didn't want anyone to know I was eating nuggets in the studio.
No, they know. On camera.
Well, you're on camera, so they know.
Camera, that's all.
You look like a star.
Sit there.
What?
How
you doing,
that
sir?
thing was there
I'm
as
good.
well.
I'm
Babes.
good. You're just like an unruly child. You do like that, right?
But you know what? You know that child here that doesn't even let anyone have their moment.
Oh my god, no, that's not me. Don't start. I just like to
Talking with your mouth full, everything.
Oh, how you doing?
Calling the gang.
Mark, how you doing?
I'm all right, you know. I'm good.
Special guest in the studio, Lisa's here. She might jump in for a few topics. Katie, stop touching the mic.
I'm moving it over to Lisa. What do you
but
want me to do? Not keep it near her.
Hello,
How you doing, Lisa?
gang. I'm okay. Happy to be here.
Katie, how you doing?
I'm actually really good. After being off.
God, here we go. Here comes the full story.
Well, see, it's either full story or she didn't say anything at all.
No, because when we're doing topics, I don't care about your life. When we're doing topics, you don't speak.
I was actually talking about topics, but even on that, blatant lie. Anyway,
Let's talk on it, bro.
no, I'm doing good. The last few, I'm not even gonna lie, the last month has been really stressful. Obviously, then I was unwell like twice. But I feel good. I feel in high spirits, and started this month excellent, fucking smashing my target.
Oi,
You taking this
oi.
out? You taking this out, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well done.
First round on me, second round on me. Might even get a couple of starters.
You know what I love about man them on this podcast? When you ask man them how they're doing, yeah, man will give you the short. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, man's cool, you know, man's calling the gang.
Listen, today I want to give the full blown.
I said today.
There's certain days when you ask
Today.
me, how you feeling, Kay? And I'm like, I don't feel great. Do you know why I feel good today? Because actually, I didn't work in the office as well, so I'm not drained. I'm not tired. I've recuperated.
Do you know what's
I feel
mad?
good.
Are you done?
Fam. Verbal.
Are you done?
Mark, how you
Are
doing?
you
Yeah, I'm
done?
cool, you know. You know how the week has been.
You just
Are
can't
you
win.
finished or are you done?
You
you through?
just can't win.
You sure? You done? You done?
Also, what I
Jesus,
was
take the
gonna
word,
say
bro.
were, no, I'm joking.
2D, how you doing?
I'm finished.
I'm gravy, man. I'm gravy. Put a bit of chicken there. I'm good, man.
That's it. I'm all right.
Next week, I remember that. KJ, how you?
No, but you know
How
what?
you-
No, because sometimes you'll ask, and you know, sometimes we're going, I'm feeling all right. This is why I'm feeling all right. But just like, I'm all right today.
A small sentence.
Yeah.
You are looking clean today.
You have never in your life. One second.
That intro was
First of all,
18 pages,
You have-
front and back.
That was the whole podcast.
You have never in your life given a one sentence,
Shout out to
I'm
Ross.
okay.
No, I don't think you have, KDO.
No, I probably haven't, but I will. Shoot me.
And that's okay.
We may have to.
And
That's
do you know
okay.
what? And that is more than okay.
And that's okay.
Oh, you're looking very clean today.
Thank you.
Handsome devil, you.
I try sometimes.
Head just looking like you shined it up and
It's
everything.
not
It was like a bold black Nigel Powers.
there
my
it is. There it is.
That sexy, shiny Maltese head.
You just
know who
can't
Nigel
be-
Powers is?
You just can't be.
Do you know who Nigel Powers is?
No.
Austin Powers' dad, bro.
Groovy, baby.
I was gonna
Nigel Powers.
I really wanted to rub his head.
Wait, who played him?
So Michael Caine.
He might enjoy it.
Go for it.
You'll take that, innit?
Please go
Of course,
for it.
it's a sir. Man
Whenever
heard
you're
sir
ready,
first.
You see? He gonna enjoy that.
Knock yourself out.
How are you, Reese?
He heard it. Oh, you know he heard it.
Did you get it?
Kind of hard to have a moment when people are doing stupidness.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you, Reese?
It makes no difference. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't you? Don't you? That child that needs
Actually, I
needs
do have something
attention.
else to say.
Jesus
Reese,
Christ, wheel.
Reese, how
Love
the hell are
fire,
you today?
what's word? No,
You
it's
know
done.
what? About pussy. The most
That was smooth.
important thing.
How are you?
It's pussy
The
one.
most important thing about today's podcast, and
You know
the
what's
main
mad?
reason
You've
why
asked
I'm
me, by the
here
way. You've asked
is
me.
to ask you and to find out how you are doing, buddy. Because we care about you. No, seriously. How are
You know what's
you?
mad? Mark asked me this, and she cut
Him
I was
off to
answering.
ask the question.
cut him off. So you don't care because you cut off Mark asking me, bruv.
To ask the question that Mark just asked.
Don't get sad, get even. No, I'm joking. How the fuck are you?
Okay, enough of KDR. We got topics. Let's talk.
Yeah, we
I
got
haven't
topics.
seen you in
Alright,
2
cool.
weeks.
All right.
So,
How the fuck is everybody? I'm just happy to be here.
if there's someone called Chris Rock who has that voice, we're right. We don't need yours. Great.
All right. He's with the growl.
Sorry for this cretin.
Go on, Reese.
Cretin, but okay.
I call it cretin.
But that's not English, so try again. Okay, boys.
Cretin.
Um,
Tomatoes,
so Mark and I
potato.
think we discussed this once on the pod before, but I think we didn't expound on it enough. So obviously, the question I wanted to ask going into everything was, because me and Mark kind of discussed it before we started recording. It was like, do you think single mothers emasculate / mistreat their sons? So I was raised by a single mom. I don't know who else was raised by a single mom in this room. And I think we've also seen like how the general male who did grow up in a quote unquote single parent home actively acts around women. And if that was the case, then we see normal black men who naturally have, or normal men who naturally have a chip on their shoulder towards authority because obviously they didn't have it, or because the lack of male figure there, right? Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how modern men or men in general react towards women, and we're talking about women who aren't related to them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with O and ask O's opinion on it. I'll ask the question again. Do you think single mothers emasculate and mistreat their sons?
That's a really good question, because you can see from one side of that through men who've grown up and who've come from that kind of household and are really shit to women. But then at the same time, you've also seen men who've grown up in that same situation and have grown up respectful towards women because of what they've seen their mum
If
go
we base
through.
it on a probability scale, yeah,
Yeah.
we're not talking about the fine margins of the few. We're talking about the many. So when we talk about social media, we talk about the internet. We don't talk about the fine margins. We talk about the many of what you generally see. So it's easier for us to talk about, we see the thing, men that grow up in a single parent home and they've got respect for women. Okay, cool. But when you're hearing a narrative that's painted towards men and men's general approach to women and how they treat women and the rest of stuff, we're not talking about the fine margins. We're talking about the loudest verbiage.
But then really, doesn't that argument then go back around to the fact that dad's not there to then make sure that doesn't happen and to play his part and to be the influence?
Of course,
to
but that's not
balance
the
it out?
question right now. So the reason why I asked this as well, actually no, Mark, let me ask you before I go around. Go on.
Because it's like, yes, it's like, I guess yes and no, but then it then goes back around to the fact that if dad was there, then this possibly wouldn't happen. So it's like, if it's yes, then it's, if it's yes, oh my God, train of thought just left. If it's yes, then what part, mum has basically had to do what she can to raise her son however she's raised him. But then it comes back to then whether if dad wasn't there, then...
Yeah, but this is the process I'm trying to say. When we're talking about toxicity within that type of situation, for example, you're also talking about because in certain cases, a mum feels a way towards the father of the child, that the child now takes the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Why we're talking about young boys being emasculated by their parents.
When really young, she starts telling the boy, "You're the man of the house now."
I wouldn't even use that as an example. I'm just talking about
bad mouth the father in
that's-
front of
Yeah.
the child and stuff
because
like that.
obviously, let me go by your opinion and just work the way around. Go on.
Yeah, I've seen it where the mum has bad mouth the child in front of the bad mouth the father in front of the child, and I've seen the effect of that. And sometimes, I've heard stories where the father's trying to do everything he can just to try and like spend time with the child, but the mum, because of the broken relationship, doesn't want that.
It's more so they want.
So
he
she's
doesn't
using
want
the
her.
child.
Yeah, he doesn't want her,
Yeah.
but he wants a relationship with the child, but she isn't willing to give him one about the other.
And I've seen the effect of, what that happens for a child.
Because that's the point I was trying to make there, which is I understand the argument you're making. Obviously, Mark and I both coming from single parent homes, kind of thing. I understand the point you're making, but you also have to understand that if the primary person raising you is only, I always say this: you need two parents, right? Yeah. For example, a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. She could teach you how to be a man from a woman's point of view.
Yeah.
But she's not teaching you the nuances of what it means to be a man. Like, when the terms is, that's not a way a man should act. One, there's not a homogenous way a man should act.
A barometer.
And women don't know how men are. The same way men don't know how women are. We know what is based on a societal measure. So ultimately, you can't tell me what it means to be a man, minus out of finance and everything else.
But I've always also seen that like people that come from single homes that don't have have like an absent father. There's always been like a male figure.
I had that, yeah.
Me too. Like my dad has always been in my life. So they broke up, but my mum was never bad mouthing my dad. And my dad, I could always see my dad.
My mum got an issue off. But
Yeah.
for me, my mum getting an issue off about it was more so like, it was her opinion. But it was also one of them ones like, when you get older, you'll see it.
Yeah.
So then naturally, as I got older and I lived with him and whatever, I was just like, right, like this don's cooked. But it was also a situation of it being like, I understand that for her, it was more a protection thing. But because of, I also had...
So she gave you the opportunity to understand it for yourself?
Yes and no.
Say? Okay.
I think it was more so like, I'm naturally inquisitive, so I figured it out anyway. Yeah. And my brain from when I was younger, I literally saw certain things where I kind of put two and two together and got that final answer quicker than most people would have. So for me, I'm lucky. You've met my Uncle Clifton.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. With him, with my Uncle Jason, I've had like stable father figures where it's easier for me to kind of move and monitor and pattern my own behavior, where people those men make me accountable for actions. Mm-hmm. And I try to make sure that for me, when I'm applying the same rules with my brothers, even though they're not my sons, that what I've taught them, the way they act is a representation of the things
I don't think that is spoken enough about siblings, like being the oldest or being, let's say, the middle or whatever. The role that you kind of play, maybe there is an absent father and the oldest brother or whatever, the oldest sibling does play that kind of like second kind of parent wise.
That's what, sorry, I'm just going to step in. I think that's what most younger men look for. I don't know if it's a thing where you'd be like, okay, do you know what? They've got absent father. You need to step up. Yes, of course, you need to step up in certain ways and whatever. Obviously, this is coming from, obviously not me, but my brother. Prime example, he's come from a broken household, whether you like it or not. His dad was always, my dad, our dad, has always lived with me. I'm trying to speak from his point of view. So like the way he's grown up with his dad never living in his household. He's always seen his dad like come and go. And that's down to, I'm not going to bad mouth fully, but like, and not say bad parenting, but not the best type of parenting choice. Like his mum, she was not always a straightforward, she would always badmouth my dad. And you know what, there are faults that, I'm not going to say my dad's innocent. There are faults and ways in which probably my dad should have handled that relationship. Obviously, he's with my mum. Technically my parents split up for a year. In that year, my brother was conceived and whatever. When my parents got back together, obviously it was a big thing. And it was a lot of trouble between the lot. So obviously that's why I didn't grow up with him. But he also then didn't grow up with his dad the way he should have. Yeah. And in that same mix, he had an older brother figure, like that should have been like a father figure, that wasn't. He wasn't great. He still isn't. He's not. So what I'm trying to say is my brother's had to grow up knowing the type of person he doesn't want to be. But he now battles those kind of like struggles as a young man, because no, he didn't. He's got my dad in his life, yeah. They've got a bit of a complicated relationship. His mum's always badmouthed my dad. He's seen the worst. He's seen the worst from his mum's partner and from his older brother. He doesn't have that male figure that's there for him. The only guys that he probably respects is... Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes...
And that's exactly what it is. And sometimes...
I think a lot of youngsters now have...
That's all they have. And I'm like, sometimes, obviously, his friends are cool. They're quite sensible because obviously, if my brother's going through anything...
They're young men themselves, so...
They're all growing up with each other. That's what it is.
I remember I always used to see this funny meme, yeah? that used to be like, oh yeah, I didn't raise my son to be like that, then who did?
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, like, if you've got a wild child, yeah, like there's bare wayward youths on the road.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, you got to understand, if you come from a single parent home, I'm not saying that half these men don't come for a council stay or whatever. You got a wayward son. You ultimately have to be accountable for it. I do believe, like, if we're talking about modern day youth, it's different because there's the elements of the internet. Your mum's at work more time, so you've got more freedom like that. Listen, my mum didn't give me an inch, period. Right, yeah, my mum worked in Sydenham. I went to school in Morden. I made them, and we're talking about two different ends.
That was it. Way different.
Yeah, because Sydenham's what, deep southeast. Morden's not even south. It's part.
What was the end of the line?
Yeah. So then, even then, it was still one of the ones where it's like, raw, be home by, if I finish work at school at 2:30, be home by XYZ time.
Yeah.
First shift, effed up, football got taken away. Like, there wasn't an inch. Like, there were certain things that couldn't run. I don't think, that's why when people talk about, oh yeah, black parents, for example, everyone's kind of looking at, I was like, no, I'm from the old school black parents. It takes a village black parent. Like, you couldn't run your mouth. Adults are talking, no one ain't talking to you, mind your business.
Shut your mouth, innit? Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, I do believe, like, for me, I don't believe the archetype of what we're talking about of like toxic mums and them taking it out. I never had that. My mum was strong. I realized my mum was people, you cross her once, it's done. Yeah. You cross the line, you're coming out my house. I did the same. Cross my mum, I learned the lesson the hard way. And I respected her for it. Because it meant that know where we stand.
So are we saying that's kind of missing nowadays?
I think
do you know what, it's not missing because I just think there's a different, but I think it's because there's a different method of parenting completely, because I don't see that type of parenting that, like, obviously that I was brought up with, the same way I plan to bring my kids up, the same way my parents brought me up. I don't see that in a lot of parenting, and I say it probably because we're younger, or I might see it in some of my friends that parent, like our young friends. I don't know.
For where I work, right, I can see through behavior the children who are coming from just mum households where it's just mum, households where it's mum and dad is just shit. So households where dad's not around and the kids have seen stuff and they're going through things, and you can see it through the way they behave.
Yeah.
And how, just a lot. There are so many, and the thing is, I literally only work with one child. But there are so many, and they're all either black or mixed race. But there are so many in so many different classes who I can see where I just stop and just be like, you know what, look. I literally talk to them, like, look, stop ramping. Why you behave? And it's a pretty north London area, so it's very middle class.
In the city.
Right, it's very, very middle class.
So do you think with that, even a parent, like let's say the dad being with the mum, and let's say the relationship is not great, the effect that has on the child as well.
That's what I was gonna say. You see, when we're talking about the age thing, yeah, and without maybe Katie's like maybe it's an age thing. It's not an age thing, because if you look at like your parents' generation or your grandparents' generation,
age thing?
Yeah, you said sometimes it could be an age thing because of the age of the parents and whatever, like your friends. But then
in the sense of what I meant with that, sorry, was in the sense of that some people like that are our age group or around our age or generation or whatever might think that that way of schooling your pet. Of flipping,
beating kids,
educating your kids is too old school.
But it's not old school because the old school way worked. So ultimately,
there's ways you can take certain things.
If I look at the way
that's how I would bring.
If I look at the way how my sister deals with my nephew, right? Yeah, I could never say. I wouldn't say nothing wrong. Like if she was moving mad, I'll say nothing. But all she's done is adapted the way my mum raised us. What I'm talking about is when you're talking about like the age gap of like, for example, when you see like young mums or whatever at school and the rest of that stuff. Listen. When you're looking at the generation of our parents, you're talking about people that were married from like 18, 19, 20, like the grandparents. So you could be a young parent, but the community around your child was when you F up or you're moving mad, you're getting G-checked.
Yeah.
Whereas now, when you're talking, and even then, even when that was the case, if you were like a young parent and you were collectively together and you were in, for example, your parents were 19, 20, 21, your grandparents were in their 40s. So they still got 20 years of a gap on your child. You're now talking about a thing of young parents and their grandparents are still in their 30s, still doing turn up. Not in a disrespectful way, but it's completely different.
True.
And then you have, because the base of your child, maybe because you haven't taught them about sexual literacy and the rest of that stuff, the base of your child, they want to have a child, but they still want to go and live their life.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like you have a whole body,
you have a responsibility.
human being, you have to look after. You can't just be like, oh
I've seen it like even on public transport where the
and it's also and it's also engagement.
Yeah.
The difference of back in the day, for example, is
that was what I
engagement.
was gonna say, yeah.
So people talking to their children, people reading to their children, people not putting a screen in front of their face. People are more happy to take a picture. People are more happy to take a picture of their child on the internet than actually engage with their child.
Yep.
How often do you hear people say, "Oh, random name, Timmy. Timmy's doing really well. He's been accepted for because he's doing X, Y, and Z." You don't hear that stuff. Oh yeah, my child's pretty. My child has good hair. That fundamental BS that means no different society. You know.
It's just visuals.
Yeah, it's just visuals.
Visuals and vibes.
Yeah, visuals and vibes.
It's nuts because you say that and it is the engagement for me. Like, I've seen parents just be on their phone, child just
Looking at us.
looking lost.
I've got this running joke on my Insta. Funny you say that. A sports day. I remember there's this mum. I'm no lie. From one year sports day to the next year, her child is in the sports day doing the activities. The mum is on the side. It's like summertime, obviously sports day in the UK. This mum is doing selfies. No, like I've got a snap from her from 1 year.
I'm sure.
And
Oh,
the year
Lord.
after, she's doing the same thing. Same mum.
No, by the way, you know,
She's doing selfies on the side, all up on her thing. She ain't paying the child no.
You know, when you talk
business.
about sports day, but like that stuff. I remember my mum banned me from playing like sports after school in primary school. So the thing was, even based on football and whatever, because I got scouted to play district football from when I was like 10, from like when I lived in like Battersea sides, like Wandsworth Road, and it was a no, straight away no, and no one, bare people didn't get it, right? Yeah, my dad didn't get it. Oh yeah, but her brother plays professional football. Like when you play. At the time, obviously I was pissed. I'm not gonna be a liar and be like I was pissed about it. I spoke to my younger brother. Obviously got different mums about it. And as I got older, I realised why. She said it, but I didn't really take on
understand.
board what she meant, which was, as a black youth, they only care when it benefits them. As in, okay, cool, yeah, he can run fast, he can do this. It's all athletics based. But it's education, they're not really pushing that.
No.
So when my younger brother, I said, yeah, if you want to be a footballer, it's fine. But me and you are raised different. I said, you're raised like a black British kid. We're not raised the same. So I said, I can understand it more so now of it being like, listen, don't get twisted. If and when I have children and there's sports day, don't get twisted. I'm dusting bare man's parents, bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if your dad's if your dad's 19 or 24, I'm dusting, man, bro.
Let me tell you about the day I went to my daughter's.
But
I went to my
but
daughter's
you know,
sports day.
You don't run
know what, I
though.
was
Listen,
waiting for you, you know.
whether I run or not,
I bet you bust a vein.
whether I ran or not, yeah.
Your competitive side
Listen,
just kicks in.
it came out. My daughter was on the side. She was looking at me like, she with the eyes. And
Was she excited?
oh my God, she was hype. I came second.
But you know what?
No warm up, no nothing. I came second.
You didn't stretch and out.
Listen, she was like, Dad, you got silver. I was like, you see the podium? Cool. You see that I at least went for it.
I'm not even owning that.
I'll take a podium.
Do you think I'm teaching? No disrespect.
He'll be
to
the
you,
worst.
But no
Yeah,
disrespect.
I would.
Take the podium, man.
If I don't think
be
I'm
like,
gonna
"In your
win that in the
face!"
spoon race, I'm not gonna do it.
It's not even that. You know what it is as well? I just think like, I understand this inclusive thing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing to owe, right? Yeah. I just look at it like, listen, I wouldn't be happy with second place because I didn't run a race to come second. It's only in the Olympics where you medal for coming second and third, right? Yeah. For me personally, I think as much as people say we concentrate too much on winning and losing, when you look at life, that's what it is, bro. Like, if me and Katie are both going for the same job, unless it's accepting 3 people, yeah, if Katie gets a job, it's because she was the best for the job.
Yeah.
If it's out of 2, like that's another thing. Sometimes if you haven't got a job and obviously you know that we've had many candidates and it came down to the last 2, I'm fucking pissed because what you're telling me there was like 20 candidates and I lost out of the top 2. No, I should have got that job if I beat all the other 20.
Facts.
So who's that one person that beat me?
So do you reckon with the education system now, like how they're teaching is like first place is they're kind of like
do you know what it is?
diluting
Mark,
it?
if
Like
I gave
first,
you-
second,
Mark,
and third.
Mark, if you had a child and I gave your son a participation medal,
It's
yeah,
taking part that counts.
no, it's not.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not. But my parents never taught me that.
hate
My
that.
my parents used to be like, my dad was still is very
so
heavy
hard.
on athletic stuff. So when I used to take part in cross country, running, everything sports day at school,
was in my
I
30s,
had to
so
win.
lovely.
Obviously, it's very like, yeah, okay, have fun. But I was naturally just someone that won anyway, luckily. But my
parents are like, you better win.
Yeah, my parents are competitive. And
Like, Rags.
it's the same with
And that's what I did.
sports day.
100 meters, I won everything.
In my household, I wasn't a dominant athlete.
And she won
Until I
like,
was
all the races.
Until I was
That's it then.
12 in my house, I wasn't the dominant athlete.
That's it.
My sister was. My older sister was.
From 10, I was on
From
smokes.
from 6 to 12, my older sister's got 5'2". It was the dominant athlete. This girl could gun. When she I remember when we was in primary school, because we used to go to Battersea Park for sports day. 100 meters, won clean, won it clean. 400 was it 800 meters all the way around, innit?
Yeah.
Won it clean.
Raw.
100 meters, me came third, but in fairness, I was going up against the SPAC Nation leader now, and he was quick. I'm not even taking a bit. I'm being serious.
That's a weird link.
That's
a weird link.
Leading now.
Yeah,
So Jesus beat you.
but in fairness, we've been friends for years. That's what I said. There's people I know, I just don't say nothing.
Jesus beat you.
But he was quick. He was quick. I finished third. No, I finished third then, and then 800 meters I finished second, and I lost to him again.
Oh dear.
So I lost 100 meters. It was him, one yardie boy, then me. 800 meters, but this youth was so quick. Yeah, as in like out of the gate and just stamina managing. That was gross. You're on camera, by the way, when you just did that. I think you forget. Right, yeah. Right. As I got, listen, you know when you're in a final stretch, like that 100 meter stretch of it, yeah? Man was looking at the crowd side on doing this. Like look at, like, you know, you show your shirt number.
He had it.
Like, he knew, bro.
He had it on lock.
When I tell you, yeah, second wind kicked in, I think that's when I realised in primary school, yeah, the engine I've got. Because I was like, listen, I can't stop now, innit?
Engine I've got.
Engine, like running engine. I'm an asthmatic. Like I can run a football pitch. I will run at the same tempo on a football pitch for 80 minutes before I start slowing down.
Before you start.
But enough of that stuff. I want to ask Katie a question. Well, everyone a question. But I don't think it. I don't really think because it doesn't apply to. It doesn't apply to O.
Oh.
Right. It applies to probably you, Mark, and Lisa. Cup.
I know. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I was like, as he said that, I was like, what's wrong with me?
See, man get offended. Man, bring your hairline forward.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just gave face.
Hair?
Feeling comfortable in a corporate space. Yeah. No. Relax your scalp, man. Right, yeah.
I can't relax. It's no hair on.
Scalp. Yeah. So obviously, I wouldn't class the industry I work in as corporate unless I go and talk to the CEO and whatever. Lisa, KDR, Mark. Same with us. I think ours is probably similar to a point, yeah?
Yeah.
But being a minority for a point, yeah, and feeling immersed in the culture, understood in the culture. And I'm not talking about, pub. Obviously, you understand where there's the British mentality of, we're going to go pub or we're going to do this. Like, do you not feel comfortable in the community in which your company is set from when you first got into corporate business to where you are now?
I might as well go. Go on. Oh, I thought you said
can you? You did the...
Huh?
No,
I thought he said question. So I was like,
No, he said it's a good question.
It's a good question. You better go.
I personally, obviously where I am now, I'm startup company, Treatwell, we're tech, so we're very, very cool, relaxed. Obviously we obviously have a thing where we work with our CEO. So our CEO is always in the office, so that I wouldn't relate to. But I did start from a corporate background before I got to where I am now. I would probably say starting off, not that I wouldn't feel comfortable, but because it's corporate, I never done corporate before. I think I'd worked in hospitality, catering, retail and all of that before. So I was very much, this is high expectations. Where I worked, it was corporate reception. So it was like a big building and we was like the ground floor reception. So we need to direct everybody to all the different offices and different important companies in the buildings. All eyes on us kind of thing. So I was very much, when I got, told about the job, we got told about what the expectations needed to be, and they're high. Like we've got people that do like banking and insurance, all them brokers. Anyway, we wore uniform. Like it was very much like I could have my hair like this. No, my hair had to be up like Lisa's. If there was a strand of hair missing, it needed to be like everything needs to be prim and proper. Like your bun had to either be high or it had to be low. It couldn't be too low. You couldn't really have it to the side. Obviously, after working there, but no strands of hair missing. You had to wear heels. Yeah, red dress. Like we had a uniform. You couldn't wear flats unless you had a medical reason. They had to be black paint and heels. Like, it was so we had to look matching. So yeah, for the first couple months, I was not me. I was me, but once you get to know people, you can banter. But there's so many eyes on you. Like, everyone's walking through the reception. Everybody's looking at the OC girls. That's office concierge is the name of the company. Everyone's looking at the girls from OC and
I'm in Orange County, bruv, but okay.
what?
I'm in Orange County, bruv.
No, it stands for office
I
concierge.
used to watch that.
That
That was the name of the company we worked for, and we were based in different corporate buildings.
The OC was
Misha Barton. Yeah, Misha
The
Barton.
OC was
Oh,
heavy.
was
listen.
decent.
Rachel Bilson.
Yo,
Listen.
Ben
Listen.
McKenzie.
Seth.
Yeah, Ben
Seth.
McKenzie. Yeah.
Seth. What's her name? Not Serena. What's her name?
Seth was pacey.
Rachel
for me
Wilson.
from Dawson's Creek.
No, but what's her name? What's Misha?
Summer. No, not Misha Barton's name.
Summer
in it
was the skinny girl, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There
with the
was-
dark.
Nothing but bone,
No, that wasn't Summer.
wasn't it?
That was Misha Barton. Misha Barton played. Oh, what's her name?
I can't remember.
blonde one.
Yes.
died in a car crash.
Yeah.
If people haven't seen it, thanks for ruining it for people who haven't seen
Oh,
it.
If you haven't seen it by now, come on now.
If you ain't seen it,
You're giving
you
spoiler
should have seen it
alert.
now. All them
That
shows.
used to come, that used to come on
OC.
Channel 4, man. I remember that. But no, like you said, like
That's a
But yeah,
period,
it was.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, obviously loosened up and
It's
get
that
to
whole
know
thing you
people.
have
Her
to.
name was Marissa Cooper.
Marissa, that's it.
You have to put on a mask.
What do you mean? Yeah. But then I started to.
I've never shown my personality in office ever in my life.
I mean,
It's an invisible-
I haven't,
it's the
I
visible
haven't.
mask.
Like, there's a certain part because obviously there's a reception and then there's the building management office, and I used to do when I got more into the role. I used to lead the new receptionists and then do more office type work for building management. So it wasn't until, and I wasn't sailed in there, but it wasn't until I kind of got used to the surroundings and how you can act, where I'd let myself loose a little bit. When you'd see everyone loose is at the Christmas parties. That was the scary one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is it the time when everyone
is.
when there's like a gathering or they're like, yeah, let's all go to the pub, and you're like, I don't really do pubs, and then you go,
I didn't go
and
to.
wait,
I didn't go to Wetlands for a long
And there's a
time.
reason why I don't go.
pub, bar, whatever, and you're like, on the one occasion, you're like, all right, cool, I'll go, and then they're like, oh, all right, what you having? You're like, oh, cool, all right, one. And then you ain't finished one, and they're like, yeah, what you having again?
Yeah.
And then before you know
they
it,
get loose.
four drinks later, and you're
love
like,
to get loose.
They get loose.
feel
And they
like
get
free.
they get loose and they start saying dumb shit.
and
They
then
start saying dumb shit.
and
and
it makes you
music will come on.
and it makes you sort of come back a bit like, yeah,
Yeah, this is the reason why I don't do
these
this.
lot
No,
are-
but
Music
do
will
you know
come.
what it is as well?
Music will come
Being
on. Wait a
black-
second, okay? Music will come on. It's like,
Big
oh,
thing.
dance then.
red wine will come on.
I'm not gonna see me.
You've done the face. You've done the
Dance then.
dancing.
Dance, monkey.
Yeah, literally.
Nah, bun that.
No, but
That was
sometimes
never my thing. It was like when people tried to
They love
interpretate black culture, quote unquote, yeah, and they start doing gun fingers. I'm like, "Bruv, what are you doing?"
Or like trying to fist pump. I'm like, no, we
But
can shake hands.
Fist pumping now is more a thing you do because of COVID.
Do you know
But
what's
then,
funny,
Even saying
actually?
that, one second, hold that thought. I remember Arnold told me a story when he was at work, yeah. I won't even say who he worked for. And he said there was a Christmas party and I was in the pub, or I think it was just a random Friday out. And one guy just got a little bit too, I won't have to use the word randy because it's the best word I could use. And decided to pull his meat out.
What?
In the pub. Yeah,
Rotted.
so even though it was out of work
I
hours,
don't care.
fam,
Oh,
he
you
got
still
pulled
gotta
in
work
by
with these
HR,
people.
bruv.
Of course you did.
My friend was like, even to this day, like, he goes, I still get onto him about it. And I was like, bro, that's
He's still there?
I don't think he's still there now. But
Oh.
this was, me and Honor have had a conversation for like maybe about 2 years. But when he told me about it, I said, bro, that's nuts.
Yo,
I can't pull
Front of
you
managers and
There's things that happen at
In
these
front of
parties,
H-
yeah, when you've got management
front
and they
of
sit there and
HR.
go, okay.
Oh, management not clocking.
No, sometimes if you're with like not the top manager, you might with like supervisors and stuff. Before you go into listen, anything that happened last night, we literally can't talk about it because a lot of people get in trouble.
I've never
Why
been told
didn't you
that.
think? No, yeah, because they used to keep things under a wrap. Where I worked was.
I was squeaky clean, man.
I was squeaky clean, but I didn't see squeaky clean. I
I've-
saw
I
a
heard-
lot of people.
Do you think, especially because we're not immersed in their culture or that laddish British culture,
yeah.
as black people, we're naturally on guard of, excuse me, there's not a lot of us in here.
we're looking at our position.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know, I
yeah,
can
yeah,
only
yeah.
ever
So
Yeah.
be like that
Makes you a bit
around
guarded.
my
But you know, you say,
people.
obviously, you know, they say about seat at the table, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like, I'll stop waiting for a seat at the table, build your own table. Because we happen to be at that table and we want to move up and it's not
My
within
guard is
our
up.
community,
Yeah.
your guard's up. There's one of the ones like, are you all right? Yeah, fine, you. Like, you keep it real storm.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the office, unless I'm spoken to, my headphones are in.
And no one can say that
Yeah.
you're rude, you're
Like,
disrespectful, you're
I talk at
unapproachable.
lunchtime if it's work related. I think about work, but
My worst is like where I used to work, Royal Courts of Justice. Like literally, that was just literally
you said-
judges
Oh
and
my.
you said that like it was one word. I'm so happy I managed to speak.
RC RCJ.
You're like, very good justice.
Royal Courts of
They
Justice.
say Royal Courts
That
of
was
Justice.
time
Lawyers,
ago.
judges. That was like you have to be
Lions,
on your
tigers,
A
and-
game,
I'm not
on your A game, and literally
I
like
forgot about that time. Oh, you hated that.
I hate that.
You hated that. I remember you hated that.
Nothing but stress. Nothing but stress. But
Was
I can
that the
imagine.
time when you was wearing that fake what do you call the chain?
You see how you started?
you have to get the internet.
Like I think about it, I was like, what you talking about, Willis?
Mark knows what I'm talking about. That
Yeah,
picture where
you have to
wearing
get the internet.
that fake
He's above
Dipset
that now,
that
okay?
fake Dipset looking chain man had on back in the day, bro.
He's
You
glowed.
don't know.
He's glowed.
What you do?
No, do you know what? Yeah. Can I say?
Go on, Lisa.
Ah! Sorry, Lisa.
Well, no, I had this conversation today, literally today. So this is perfect timing. Okay, so mine is different because I work at a very well-known university in the UK, and
Top 10.
definitely top 10.
It's up there.
So and
Top 10 and it's not 10.
because I've moved from a different department, tap 10, not 10. Because I moved from a different department, which was very relaxed. My manager was ethnic minority in the other department, so and there was a lot of, you know.
Do you think that helps as well?
Yes or no?
I feel like yes and no, just because yes, although my direct manager is of an ethnic minority, Indian woman, her manager's not, and he will pop in now and again. You know what I mean? That's a British guy. So ultimately, you still, for me, when I'm at workplace, especially one where it's a professional setting, as a black person, yeah, I will come. I always like to be professional first. Like I'm gonna be professional first. Like now I've moved to a new department. Most of the staff is very white.
Like, I wish.
They're very white.
Listen, simple about this. I can wear whatever I want to work. Yeah, like man, I'm coming there in hoodies.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes
Yeah.
like
I love
these
it
tracksuit
though.
bottoms, but they look like smart trousers and
yeah.
trainers. I still go to work in smart trousers, Chelsea's, a roll neck or a thin jumper and my jacket.
Okay.
Nope. The only time they see me like that is
Christmas party.
yep.
Yeah,
See,
but-
I mix it up. I think. Sorry, guys. I
ain't seen me
do
dress
both.
up.
I will come. I don't come in obviously like this, but I'll wear.
Kenya basically went. Kenya
hoodie.
basically said, "Get you a girl that can do both."
No, I'm
she
just
wants to
saying,
as well.
because a lot of people just come in anything. Summer's probably the best time because you've got a wide range of what you can wear.
Cheeks
but-
outdoors.
Not me, but some people
Cheeks
I've
outdoors.
seen. Obviously, when you wear shorts, they have to be a certain length. It's work, regardless. Don't care how.
Wear shorts to
comfortable you be.
work.
No, but I'm saying
You have
if
to think
wear
about it,
them-
don't it?
No, I don't.
You probably
I wore-
could though with your.
No, you could.
Is
If
that
I
quite
if I
relaxed,
come in
yeah?
shorts, like if I come in like decent length pair of shorts, trainers and top. We
It's
could come to work
Cheeks
like
and
that.
City.
Cheeks in the city.
My cheeks would not be out. No. I work summer party on wear shorts, but they was.
I'd watch that.
Cycle shorts.
I
they
watch
was
Cheeks in
long.
the
I'd
City.
watch that.
Yeah, Rags. I watched that.
Cheeks in the city.
Why am I not surprised you'd watch that one?
Do you know what?
I am not
It's like
surprised.
the ghetto version of Sex and the City, innit?
There's a lie. That's a lie.
make
I've
that
watched
happen.
that.
Actually, there is a ghetto version, not a ghetto
watched
version,
that.
but
Cheeks
Harlem
in the city,
on Amazon with Megan
in
Good.
The city.
Harlem.
Is that where
The
what's
cheeks
the
are
what's the
cheeking.
Kadia?
That's the thing.
Kadia, is that the video?
In
Is
the
that the
city.
video of
Yes.
Which she's
Where
going,
the man's
she's
like,
going to go
yeah,
down
yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then lift up his legs.
And the guy was
that's
asking-
where it's from.
Wait,
hilarious.
what film
Harlem.
was that?
There's a series called Harlem on
no, I haven't
Amazon.
watched
TV
it on
series.
Prime.
No, but we I saw a clip of it.
I need to watch it. I
where
need to
she's
watch it.
monologuing.
That's in the first
She's
episode.
monologuing,
Oh my
and then she
God.
goes to go down, and my man lifts his legs. To get his
No,
arse
I
in.
think I have seen.
Doodoo Brown.
Harlem.
No.
It's with
No.
By the way, one.
not Lauren.
Misha
What's her
Barton's.
name?
Whatever. Two things. One, Misha Barton's English. I just found out she's from Hammersmith. Secondly,
Wait, you didn't know she was English?
No. Secondly, I almost just called you by the name I'm never supposed to call you on this podcast. So
Thank
lucky.
you.
The same way we had that conversation the other day about the old school rap name. That's
Alright.
what it is. Yeah, alright, cool.
Alright, cool.
That's what it is. Alright, cool. Alright, the other question I wanted to ask you,
all
though,
know.
yeah,
We
In
know.
the
was
city, the cheeks are cheeking.
money
In the city,
versus passion.
cheeks are cheeking.
What comes first?
Money versus passion.
So,
Okay.
for example, whether it's whatever Kadia likes, whether it's your photography,
Nuggets.
whether it's Dusty Nuggets, whether it's your photography.
Same Dusty Nuggets that you just boxed off as well.
I didn't have nugget remnants on my
Nugget
lips,
crumbs.
But that's fine.
Mum was moving like the Cookie Monster. Those
I like the Cookie Monster. Listen, you lot, carry on.
the head shape of the Cookie Monster.
Listen, everyone
Anyway,
everyone looked ravenous at one point in this room.
I'm
It
telling you,
was
more
bad.
time I look
It was
ravishing.
bad. There
I
were
don't mind
moments.
looking ravenous.
Who told you that?
And
Who
ravishing.
did that?
There were moments.
I
The
told myself
lies
that.
you
I
are
don't
telling
need nobody
right
to
now.
tell me that to know that.
There were moments.
I'm ravishing.
So yeah, basically, money versus passion. What comes first? You
what he
photography.
Books.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Me ball like it depends.
For me, I would always say passion.
So is it a thing of would you say passion or money?
Passion.
I don't know what I don't know what your thing is. So I'm asking.
Yeah.
What thing?
What's
Like
your
your
My
thing?
thing. My passion.
Passion or money?
I
No,
would
but I don't want to know what her passion is first.
my main it changes.
Never mind. So yeah, basically yeah.
I knew he was going to do that.
Because you're taking long, bruv. Doing higgy hagger. Right, yeah.
Think about it.
Lisa, what about you?
I'd say
My
passion.
dog
I
really
would say
sounds
passion.
such education. What do you call it? You know.
What?
We're going through changes. So
I
basically,
love sex
Man, like,
education.
so then
radio.
the reason why I asked this is because, for example, if you get into photography, kind of, for example,
Yeah.
and you get an ins, bruv, you're on the mic, right? Yeah.
No.
If you get obviously you get photography, you get an ins, and you're working your way up, for example, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather you get given the money of your craft, like a big wad of money for your craft, which it's like having a one-hit wonder, but for photography, for example, and you just get a lump sum where you're being paid, but you enjoy it, but it becomes more about the money, or would you rather it be a slow builder where it's like, okay, cool.
I'd rather slow build because for me, people have asked me why don't I do it full time? I don't think I could ever do it full time
Why not?
because I don't think I'll enjoy it as much. Because where I can do it more as where I freelance, I have more control what I do.
Do you think it'd be more stressful?
Yeah, I know.
If you did it full time.
Yeah, I know photographers who do it full time and they lose their creative buzz because they're doing jobs all the time, like product placements or anything like that. And for me, that is hella boring. I done an event on Saturday.
But what if you could pick? Say, for example, I remember ages ago I said, okay, ideal example, lottery, whatever, money, boom, boom, boom. You have your own studio.
Yeah.
And your studio is still having, even if it's not where you're taking pictures,
Oh, where I can rent it and stuff like that.
rent it out, people do
Yeah.
video shits there, then it's still one of the ones where you still have the passion for it and you're doing it full time. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Bro,
Yeah.
both of you behave. Go on.
It's not even about behaving. I just can't. Sometimes I can't look at when he does things. It's just he's not even doing anything on purpose.
Do you know what's the
It's
annoying
just
thing
his
is?
mannerism.
When you're not here, he behaves, bruv.
Yeah. Okay. Don't tell me like there's
No.
oh my gosh.
I'm not
Kate,
blaming you. I'm not blaming you because he's a big man.
Because he's got his partner in crime.
But
We're back. Like he's just.
Kadia, I'm not blaming you because he's a big pussy Clark man, bruv.
It's too funny. I just love it.
What about you?
I
Holding your knee like one Bedina, bruv.
He is a Bedina.
That's a compliment at one point, just to be like, okay.
I know
let's just get comfy with ourselves, shall we? Let's just relax. You know what I mean?
Hey, pervert patty.
Answer the question.
Well, you know.
Pervert Patty, you know.
Like in terms of books, definitely passion because it's like I always think about the sort of not resurgence, but the explosion of black authors getting publishing deals and, you know, doing things. And in a lot of situations, it's a lot of things that over the years of me writing that I've always thought of and wanted to do and dreamed about happening. And it's happening for other people. And it's always made me think, well, if I went the, you know, professional publishing house route and then they've decided that they don't want me to write the things that I want to write, they want me to write things that they think I should write. And it could be contingent on whether I keep a deal or not.
Or what if you're what if you're signed, for example, if you're signed to something like Puffin Books, or you're signed to like a thing and they've given you a
Lump sum of money to.
thank you. That's what
They have to do like
So-
you have to do like 4 books in.
For example, you seen Limitless.
Yeah.
See when Eddie Moore is like a down and out, for example.
Yeah.
And I think he's written a book before, and he's been given move away, right? Yeah, and he's given like the first part of money for the book, but he's just not writing pages.
Yeah.
Then he takes NCT and he just buzzes through.
And he
like
bangs
couple-
through it. Yeah.
But at least then remember, you've been paid. So ultimately, you still have to give a product because you've been paid.
Yeah.
People have invested their money in you because they expect a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, it's still one where it's your passion. You're just not even somewhat you're on a time limit, but you're still they're still paying you to do something.
Oh yeah, and believe me, if that opportunity came, I'd do that all day long because in my head, that's my passion. That's the thing I've wanted to do since I was 16 years old.
Fuck them kids, bruv.
Basically.
I don't know if you've seen Insecure, but there's a scene where
Oh God,
Issa Rae does
Yep.
a Mazine, bruv.
Yes. I was just about to say.
I haven't seen it.
Have you watched the show?
Wait, is that when she flings the thing?
Yeah.
I can't lie, I'm not really enjoying the season as much as I thought I would.
What season are you on? The recent one? New
Yeah.
one? Latest one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
It's just not.
I
I
actually
like
done a
bits.
chunk the other day.
You know, the
though.
thing is, you know what it is as well? I remember when I watched an interview with Issa, and she was basically said when she was going into the final episodes, because she wanted the runtime to go longer, and HBO are probably like, no, half an hour, that's it. Right, yeah, you can't even go over. Like, even if the runtime. Yeah, but I understand, because HBO are a well-oiled machine. They pay you for a 30-minute slot, you get a 30-minute slot, including adverts. Or maybe you're streaming now, I think she's got a bit more freedom now.
Yeah.
And it was a thing of, someone came up to her and said, don't Game of Thrones your ending.
Yeah, I saw that interview. I saw that
So I can
interview.
understand. And for me, I don't even think she's playing it safe. People have to understand, because it's the penultimate series, you can't start new storylines knowing you're rounding off the end.
Yeah, you've got to kind of tail off.
So
what you've
even
already
for
got.
me, even when I'm watching it, I understand. I think there's 3 episodes left anyway.
Is there 5 or 4 seasons?
I think this is the fifth one.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of
The first series is still want to be my first and second series is my favorite. Right, yeah.
by far.
That's a broken pussy and them thing there. Right, yeah.
This is listen.
Which was the season that ended with Lawrence in that wicked scene where he was going to town
don't say
on my
anything.
girl?
That was 2.
That was 3.
2 or 3.
No,
That
it
was
the end
so
of season
that
2.
that was the last series I watched.
I watched
I need to watch 4. Sorry, I just remember that scene.
I bet you did.
I was watching.
that's
I just
why
remember
it's the
watching it, and then it
best.
switched to it just like
It
that.
was only funny because man remember the scene of another man's cheeks clapping
Oh, dear.
a woman. That's a bit of a
It
man.
was doggy style, so I remember him
watching
standing.
you was watching Jay Ellis's back.
He was glistening.
Hey yo.
Hey.
So he was going to
It's
town on a
he
lot
was
of business.
That's a why.
In
was
season
glistening.
A lot of who?
3, that's when he starts.
A lot of who?
What?
He's going to town on a lot of what?
What did I say?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Oh
Actually,
my gosh. Do you smoke weed?
no, I think sometimes I'll say things.
Women
and then when I go
refer
on
to
the
women
next
as
topic,
bitches.
I forget.
It's a mazza.
Did you say bitches?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I said. Pardon?
He was.
oh, I said yeah. He was going to
went-
town on
went
loads
town
of
on all the
bitches.
bitches.
Yeah, sorry. I was using it in the context that it would be used.
That's very regressive, but okay.
Doesn't matter. I don't mean it.
I have a music question.
Oh.
Because obviously earlier we were talking about obviously Silk Sonic and stuff like that. And it's a duo. Is there 2 artists that have never worked together that you would love to see, like either have a project or like a song together?
Yeah, but one's dead.
I've got a couple. All right, no one.
No. People who are here.
People
Just
are
keep.
like,
Yeah, don't do
It can
that.
be done,
Don't do that.
you know?
Don't do that.
No, because then I don't really think I do.
I have a few,
I do, and they've probably collabed already.
but I'll start. So I had I would love to see Tank and Marsha do a song together.
Ambrosius.
Huh? Yeah.
Ambrosius.
I think that song would be dirty. I would love to see Royce and Jay-Z, obviously.
Deep sigh. Shock.
I would love to see
Ghost
her.
and Jay-Z.
No. Wouldn't sound right.
He wanted that though.
He wanted it.
Wouldn't
But-
sound.
No, not Ghost now.
Ghost was saying he wants Raycon on it.
No,
I would like to see her and Lucky Day together.
Most of mine have probably
We'll
done.
go, who's Ghost?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Does she mean Styles P Ghost, or she means like Ghostface Killer?
Theodore.
No, I would like to see Lucky Day and her,
Tony Starks.
and Alex Isley and Jasmine Sullivan.
Alex Isley.
She's so underrated, man.
She's rated, bruv.
She's rated, but I think her voice is just out of this world.
Eric, we're doing Summer Walker. I think that'd be the most sick thing I've heard in my life.
I'm here for it.
Emma V and Tyler the Creator.
Yes.
That would-
the one collaboration which I wished happened 7 years ago, but it won't happen till they both want it to happen.
Yo.
Cole and Kendrick.
Oh.
Never happened.
Project?
Yeah,
Or
never happened.
yeah. I'll take
Yeah, it's
that.
never
I've accepted
happening.
it. I've accepted it. It won't happen.
I'll take that.
They've accepted it.
Pastor and Twister. I thought that would have been
No,
sick.
they've already done songs together.
No, but like a project, bro.
a
Not
project.
Yeah. I think turn the thing up to like X7 and watch them just rap fast.
They do that on a Just Blaze beat and it's sick.
Sizzler and Mavado. Okay, yeah, Sizzler and Mavado, a whole project. Or, and this is a random one, Sizzler and Safari, bruv.
Street!
Sizzler and Safari.
Street! I don't know why your full process went there.
Called it S&S.
See, you've got a title for it as well.
Right,
Reese
yeah.
has already premeditated it.
What you call it?
Safari, if you ever listening.
Straight Kaloji, bruv.
Stop
You call it straight Kaloji,
That's
bruv.
funny.
Instead of Sizzler Kaloji, you call it straight Kaloji. That'll be the hardest thing you've had in your life, bruv. The hardest.
Ladies.
Well, mine was dead. Mine's dead, so.
So you.
Michael Jackson and who?
How did you know?
Oh, or one of them, which will never happen as well.
One of them.
Chris
would
Brown
be-
and Beyonce.
No,
Never
that
happened.
was gonna be my next one
Never
because
happened.
my original one would be Michael Jackson and Chris Brown.
I would hate to see that.
Why?
I'd hate to see that
Why?
because Chris Brown is a archetype of half of what Michael Jackson represents.
Yeah.
Whereas Chris Brown and Beyonce, I don't like seeing
Yeah,
two
but it's
people
hard
who do
to
this.
put any Michael Jackson to collaborate with pretty much anyone. Like he's just in
No,
his own league.
But, you know, the thing is, the reason why I said I would hate to see it is because I wouldn't say it's similar, but Chris Brown is a Michael Jackson fanboy.
Yeah.
I don't want to see two artists together.
But yeah,
who
but
are,
I don't think there's anything wrong with a fanboy.
it's like having Yellow Wolf and Eminem next to each other. They rap in a similar. I don't want to see the same thing.
Seeing, and this is
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
weird.
that's what you
Seeing
mean.
Like Kendrick could do
Mariah
things
and
like Cole
Ariana
Carter and vice
together is
versa. I
very-
want
Yeah.
to see that.
She's like a younger fangirl version, so you might be right on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
that's just 'cause
Ariana Grande and Mariah Carey.
It's weird.
Yeah, but she can't sing as good as Mariah Carey.
She's a real good close.
No, she
though.
can sing, but
She can sing.
Ariana
She's
Grande
good-
doesn't.
she's a good close.
Her diction in comparison to like her elocution to how she says certain words compared to Mariah Carey, it's not close.
No,
she
it's
can
not.
sing.
It's different. But
Yeah.
I've seen they've sung together, and it's a bit. I get it. It's a bit weird.
Beyonce and Rihanna would make a sick song, by the way.
That's basically my That was what I was gonna say next. Being Ree. I don't have any.
It'll be like hyped weed
But
smoking
the
music.
difference is, I'm not a huge ass Beyonce fan, but I'm a huge ass Rihanna fan.
I'm a very,
I'm a
very,
huge Beyonce
I'm
fan.
a
I'm
very,
not the biggest
very,
Rihanna.
very.
See, I'm not that I don't like B, I do, but I'm a huge fan of old B.
Rihanna's albums aren't great. She has good songs, but she's
No,
they're
but
not
I
great.
prefer her songs.
No, but she doesn't make
her
a good
albums.
project. If Beyonce has
No,
5
Beyonce
albums or
does
6,
put on a good project. I'm not gonna lie.
Beyonce has 6 albums, yeah. Of
In total?
yes, by herself, not with Destiny Child. By herself, she has 6.
I feel like she has more.
She has 6.
Are we ready to have a conversation that says that Jill Scott's a better singer than Beyonce?
No, we're not doing that.
Two different
We're not
artists for
doing
me.
that. That's
That's
stupidness.
not
We're not
even
doing
the
that.
same.
We're not doing that.
Doesn't have to be the
That's
same.
stupidness. We're not doing that. That's
Doesn't
stupidness.
have to be the same.
Like,
I love
Doesn't
Jill
have to be the
Scott.
same.
For me, it's Jewel.
Okay.
but-
Okay. Not ready yet. Okay,
Ladisi-
cool.
I preferred.
No,
I
it's
probably
cool.
would.
Ladisi's a better singer than Jill Scott. Now what,
I'm
bruv?
not a Beyonce stan. It's like that.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? You know when people
Okay.
die
Just checking.
hard, I'll pay any money to see Beyonce. Like, okay,
checking the room.
it's Beyonce. I get she's a great
checking the room.
performer,
Checking
great
the room.
entertainer. Don't put it past her, but she's not.
One second. I'm just
Yeah,
checking.
yeah,
I'm
say
just
I'd rather
checking.
see Mariah
I'm
Carey
just checking
than
how much
Beyonce,
albums.
Not gonna lie.
Go on, I'm just checking how much albums Beyonce has.
Go on, Lisa.
Emma V and
She
Tyler.
probably has 4 that I like.
Go on, Lisa.
That I religiously.
She has
listen
6
to.
albums. Yeah, like normal albums. Homecoming doesn't count,
Oh.
and neither does The Lion King. So she has 6 albums. Of the 6 albums she has, I like 4 of them,
Yeah, same.
and I know most of her albums word for word.
And I know
Yeah.
all the songs on them, and that's where I stopped liking Beyonce. Just gonna say.
Okay, maybe because you killed the albums.
No,
that's why
it's
he
because the next album after that.
Because Beyonce's
wasn't
darker
great.
than you.
Huh? What?
What?
What? What did you say?
What? No. I'm trying to register what he said. You see the face you're making?
Say it again with chest. Big
Yeah,
chest.
no, do you know what? Say again with big lion
Say it again
chest.
with big chest.
Wait for the playback.
No, I'm waiting for the blasted playback.
Say it
What?
again with big
Wait
chest.
for the- I don't have to. You can't drop me out. You're mad. I'm not a
Oh,
pitney.
nothing.
You can't drop me out.
Lisa,
Nobody can style
Lisa,
him.
what was
Oh.
your Clap.
Oh, mine. Okay, so I said Scissor and
you know what?
Sonda, but I don't know if they've had a Scissor and Sonda done a song.
I think so.
No, maybe not. Maybe she's done one with Brent,
Yeah,
not with Sonda.
No, Sonda's done a song with Brent. I don't think.
Scissor.
Yeah.
Because I think they would. I think they would sound good together.
I never thought I'd hear a City Girl song with Summer Walker. I think that's so random.
That just sounded weird to me. Very weird. Oh, I've got a question for you.
Oh, for me.
Yeah.
That tongue just came out. What? I just see my.
Oh no! Wait!
I'm gonna go.
No, wait.
No, I'm gonna go.
Wait.
No.
Fucking wait. Because before you ask me anything, you see how you just grinned as you brought your phone up like you're about to spit a hot 16?
I ain't taking your shit.
No. All right,
boss,
go.
son.
Go for it.
All right.
Fuck. Yo.
Have you ever tried to lift up a girl and let's just say you knew you shouldn't?
I'm on us for him. You both know, yeah, the type of women O likes. O ain't got the
That's why it's
minerals in
his
back.
question.
You ain't got the minerals
You ain't got that?
in his back, bruv.
Girls.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time he had a bad back?
Got the minerals in it.
You ain't got the minerals.
You ain't got the minerals, bruv.
Reece, you remember that time he had a bad back?
He ain't taking your shit today. No.
He ain't got the minerals.
That's
You
it.
got the minerals, bro.
You like big butts?
On
Who was he attracted to?
on
Was it not her cousin?
numerous occasions.
Is she not shaped like an Amazon? There you go.
Big butts.
You can lift,
He's
you can lift her.
even looking at
Say it again, no?
objectifying my best friend.
No. I liked what I liked and I liked what I
here.
liked.
First, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm okay. So
What are you doing?
Oh, this do deadlift, man. The back ain't strong enough, bro.
I'm predisposed to
What's that, your back,
the
yeah?
larger lady. Have been for many years and will continue to be.
Can't manage it. 16. 16?
How big would you go?
16.
When 16
That's
ain't
don't-
enough.
I should say, have you gone?
16 to 18?
What's 16?
16 to 18.
14 to 16.
What's 16?
Okay, I thought you meant like,
Sometimes,
big.
Yeah, so did I.
sometimes,
Like 18, 20. But
sometimes
14 to
16 to 18 really it doesn't
I
really
have to
matter.
lift up something to get-
You just can't lift
Oh yeah,
the
I've been
thing.
there. Oh yeah, I've
been
been. Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
Yes.
But that's why he was sweating his way his hairline. Just,
Oh, no, the way he got comfortable. It's like the arm went up. Your arm went up and up.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. This guy.
You know he likes these subjects. He's like, yeah, in my element. Like, let me talk about my
well,
things.
you know when bald men sweat, you're like, shit, I can't even rub my head. And it's about a bitch. What?
Fucking that grin, man. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Finally, after 3 weeks of even being here, now she's scared.
Wait a minute. wait a minute.
I got a question.
She threw it back on you. You were done,
Yeah,
bro.
I have.
You have.
Yeah.
But you can't lift them.
On
put your
okay.
back
No,
out.
and I have.
Your back was.
I've done. No.
You find that inner strength during
listen,
sex.
Listen, let me tell you something.
It's funny because
If
you pull out
it's-
your phone to ask you.
If you do it, it's something that you have to do and make it seem like this
You're
is
struggling.
nothing.
Yeah.
Even if in your mind it's like, I've really fucked up right about
You stretch.
now. No, you just go
By the
for
way,
it.
it's not so much a strong back, it's your core. It's your base of your thighs.
It's all about the core.
Do you grunt like,
Well, no, because then
are
obviously you're gonna make her feel away, and you don't want to do that. You want to,
From there to the bed.
right?
You've just got. It's like this. Oh, babe.
But you know
One
what?
of them quick ones.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. You know what's worth it? When she's down, and then she's like, "No one's done that before." You're like, "Well, goddamn."
what do you mean when she's down?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what the crack in my back
No,
feels like.
no, you no one's done it before, and you're like, my back, my stomach.
I got a hernia after lifting up someone.
You may slowly go and sit down afterwards. But you don't, oh shit, I'm fucked up, girl, fuck, what did I do? No, you don't do that.
Drinks,
I
could
think
be
for me,
staying
because that was
instead.
always a thing of me lifting, like, I like to pick girls up when I was younger, like, just generally in hugs.
Yeah,
It was never an issue for me to pick someone up.
yeah.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, of
for
course.
you, it's
Ooh,
curtains, bro.
random question.
Ooh.
Is it still missionary if she puts her legs up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I've asked that question before. I've wondered.
'Cause then what is it then?
But it is.
I don't know.
It's missionary, man.
If you're
If she's laying on her back.
but her legs, it's what's called.
Because missionary
It's just a
standard
different
just
style.
flat.
It's a
Not
different.
always.
Her
It's a
back.
different.
Her back is flat.
Yeah, her back is flat.
Yeah.
You can lift up one leg, two leg.
Heck, you could be on the side and still no. maybe
Leg
not.
punch,
That's not missionary.
leg punch shoulders is just.
Oh,
like,
that's a good one right there.
leg punch
Yeah, 'cause
shoulders
then when
is
you lift the
literally
cheek
just
up, you lift the cheek up. Yeah, I
side
like that. That's
version
my
of
shit
it.
right there. Lift.
It's not side though. She's
No,
still on the
but
back.
no, I did like still missionary, but her legs are up.
Yeah, that's
Not me, gender.
that side.
A little
You're
bump
a
flick.
mutt.
That side move right
The
there.
way the fact you tried to whisper it as well, you're a mutt.
Ladies.
Side
I've got a
move.
question. Oh, wait, you got a question?
Oh, you got a question? Go on.
I had the question, but I didn't know if we had time. Remember them?
You still got time.
Side move.
Okay.
Juicy.
All right, this
Sorry, I'm
time.
still there. Sorry, my fault.
Let me call you by your government name on this podcast. I swear to God. Let me call you by your government name on this podcast.
Oh dear, I did promise everybody relationship
Sorry.
type questions,
Oh, for heaven's sake.
but I didn't have a lot of relationship type questions, so I brought a topic. So yeah, obviously, I wasn't here last week.
With the
and I
build
know-
up. Lord
No, it's over that.
Jesus.
I wasn't here last week, and then you know.
It's like when you
someone
go
wanted
cinemas and see all them
someone wanted to
trailers.
put the shade
Like, come
up.
on.
Katie don't bring topics. Katie don't get involved. Oh,
KDR, you just cussed about time and now you just
Anyway,
wasted it.
so basically, patronising friends. We'll have to do it next week because we ain't got time to get to that. Okay. So
Jesus
have
fucking
you,
Christ, bruv.
or would you consider getting back with an ex, or have we? Yeah, we have. Oh well, I haven't. Considering it won't be, no, basically considering it went a bad breakup and you
Jesus
broke up for whatever. Excuse me? No, I am asking the question. This is part of the question. You.
This has been episode.
Make
This
your land
has
Make
been
your land
episode
Make your land
77.
blin.
This has been episode 77 of the Mistreat Their Sons podcast.
So I'm going to continue with my question because you cut me.
Bruv,
Yeah.
Make your land. Make your land.
No, basically, no, it's just a question considering that obviously it went a bad
I've
breakup
never seen a
and
plane go in
stuff.
circles before.
What? Is that any, what?
So considering
So I wanted to basically bring this up. Considering,
that it wasn't a bad breakup,
Katie, ask a question.
see what this boy's doing.
Could you ask a question?
Land the fucking
Okay,
plane,
I'm
bruv.
gonna aim it at
Plane,
you. Basically, considering, let's say, like, obviously, if it went a bad breakup, and the only reason I'm asking this is because it's, and that's time, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's the camera. But ask your question.
Yeah, so ask it. Answer it. Sorry.
No.
This was episode 77
I
of the Mistreat
don't do
You can find
sequels.
us. You can find us DSP and all the DSPs.
I don't
You
do
can find all of
sequels.
Mark,
Rags.
Lisa's, Kadia's, and my information, and O's information in the description below, where O's website links for his book is
Well, I
coming
mean,
out
that's
very
just
soon.
rude.
It should be out. Your book's coming out in a few days, correct?
Took too
coming
long.
out very soon.
Took
Yes,
too
it
long
is.
to
Yes,
land the
it
plane.
is.
But you know why? Because
all
Mr.
of-
Flipping
all of
cut
Lisa's
out, kept
all
cutting
of-
over.
You know, you have to channel things out.
All Lisa's
Channel.
information there.
Channel it.
Mark's
Channel.
information.
Channel
there.
it.
Channel it.
Channel it.
I've been reading.
Channel it.
Come on, let's get on. Next to open Lisa.
Channel.
Next to Lisa's been
Been
KDR.
Khaki Katie.
And Mark has been Mark. 2
Yeah,
drinks.
peace.
And we'll be back next week. Look after yourself.
Peace
Don't
and
get the
elbow
Omarion.
grease.
Please don't get the
Stay
Omarion.
away
Don't get the
from the
Omarion.
variant.
It's the distance
And
in your body.
Let's hope.
COVID.
Let's just hope that none of you don't have friends like
Don't
Katie.
let
Have
the
a nice
COVID
week.
get in
Peace.
your body.